After a 7-year absence, CM Punk is officially back in professional wrestling, made his debut on AEW's Rampage. My thoughts on Punk's AEW's debut. I think it was good. The fans chanted, CM Punk, CM Punk. The crowd was electrifying. Punk, man. I was never like a huge CM Punk fan when I'm growing up, but man, Punk back in professional wrestling. I think pro wrestling kind of like really misses presence, whatever company's in, whether it's in WWE or Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan, AEW. I think it kind of missed his presence. You know, he spent time in MMA, he failed in the UFC, he's in movies, and now he's back in the professional wrestling business, at this time with AEW. I see a lot of anti-smarts bitching and moaning about CM Punk. Oh, CM Punk, you ruined wrestling. I don't want to get into it, but wow, yeah, Punk returned to professional wrestling, now in AEW. Yeah, it's rumors that Punk is rumored to go to AEW alongside, Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson. But that was way back in May or June, about 2 or 3 months ago. And now Punk is in AEW. It could set up really good matches for the next year or two. I think Punk probably have one more run in AEW, maybe, for the world title, because it's been nearly a decade since he touched World Championship gold. I feel sorry for Punk in his last few years in WWE, because, Batista winning the Rumble, Punk walked out, and you never see Punk again in professional wrestling for 7 years. Yeah, he made his return in Backstage, 2 years ago, but I think he's still on bad terms with Vince and Triple H. I don't want to get into it. It's WWE's lost, AEW's gain. I wish he'd debut at All Out next month, because that show will be in Chicago, and that crowd will be super electrifying, but that's just me. Yeah, I'm glad to see Punk back in the professional wrestling business, and now in AEW. He could fight against, whether it's MJF, Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, Chris Jericho, rekindle their rivalry from years ago. Cody Rhodes, I don't think he fought Cody Rhodes in WWE, CM Punk. That'll be a good feud. Was it Miro? Mikhailov Black, that's formerly known as Aleister Black, Tommy End. I'm thinking that if CM Punk is now in AEW, I'm guessing that AJ Lee could join CM Punk in AEW. It's been a long time to see AJ Lee in the professional business, because I think it's 2015, she left WWE and also the pro wrestling business. I don't want to get into it, but it'd be good to see AJ Lee returning in the professional wrestling, return to pro wrestling, whether it's in AEW. I don't think she will be, returning to WWE, because I think she can also, like CM Punk, burn the bridges in that company. I don't know. So, yeah, I could see Bryan Danielson going to AEW, but who knows? Or maybe he might re-sign with WWE. Clearly unlikely, but yeah. That's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, people bitching and moaning like, oh, Punk, he ruined, him and Bryan killed pro wrestling in 2011. No, he didn't. People need to stop saying that. Punk didn't really kill it. Punk and Bryan are very lucky to wrestle in WWE. They are the reason why, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, these indie diehard indie darlings wrestle in WWE. Without Punk and Bryan, we know Cesaro, Rollins, Ambrose, Adam Cole, Baby, Roderick Strong, the list goes on and on. Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, People need to stop with the negative bullshit and just enjoy it. Be happy. Be happy CM Punk's return to pro wrestling. Be happy he's in AEW, man. You know? I don't want to get into it, so let's, that's my 2 cents on it. So it's got to be the shock of the year. Basically, it's the debut of the year of 2021 in the professional wrestling industry. Punk, in AEW, it is AEW. Can he have one more run as the best in the world? 10 years ago, cut that good, one of the best promos of all time, the pipe bomb promo. Beat John Cena at Money in the Bank in his hometown of Chicago. The year of Punk, hold that belt for, 334 days, lost to The Rock, feuding with fucking Ryback, feuding with Lesnar, and then 2014, left, had a crap run in the UFC, and he had a short gig in the movie industry, did some movies, and now he's back in the professional wrestling industry, now in AEW. I think it's going to be really a bigger and brighter thing for Punk. So